What if we could pause time? Imagine this. You're walking through a busy city. Cars rush past. People hurry to work. Birds fly overhead. The wind blows through the trees. Suddenly, you press a mysterious button. Everything stops. The cars freeze in the middle of the road. Raindrops hang motionless in the air. Birds remain suspended between every wing beat. Even the clouds stop moving. The entire universe has been paused, except you. At first, it feels like the greatest superpower ever imagined. No deadlines, no accidents, no waiting. You could take as much time as you wanted. Study for every exam. Read every book. Travel the world. Or simply enjoy the silence. But would stopping time really work the way we imagine? Or would it become humanity's greatest nightmare? Let's find out. The first question is surprisingly simple. If time stopped, could you even move? According to physics, movement itself depends on time. Every step you take, every heartbeat, every blink is a change that happens over time. Without time, nothing can change. Nothing can move. Nothing can happen. So for this thought experiment, let's imagine something different. The entire universe freezes, but time continues only for you. Everything else remains perfectly still. You become the only moving person in existence. At first, it feels magical. You walk through frozen streets. You inspect airplanes hanging motionless in the sky. Ocean waves become giant walls of glass. Lightning freezes across the clouds like glowing branches. For the first time in history, you experience complete silence. No voices, no engines, no wind, only your own footsteps. You could visit any museum without buying a ticket. Explore every city on Earth. Walk across empty highways. Stand beside a frozen rocket just after launch. Or admire fireworks that never fade. The world becomes your private playground. But then, the problems begin. Let's start with something you never think about. Air. When time is frozen, air molecules stop moving. That means there is no wind, no sound, and more importantly, no fresh air flowing into your lungs. Every breath you take would quickly use up the tiny pocket of air surrounding your face. Soon, you would struggle to breathe. Unless the mysterious force that lets you move also allows nearby air to move with you. The same problem appears with light. Light travels through space at incredible speed. But if time stopped completely, light itself would stop moving. No new light would reach your eyes. Everything around you would instantly become completely black. To keep seeing, the paused world would somehow need to allow light to continue traveling toward you. Already, this simple superpower is becoming far more complicated than it first appeared. Now, think about touching things. Could you push a frozen car? Open a door? Pick up a book? Normally, objects move because their atoms constantly exchange energy. If time is frozen, those atoms can't respond. A frozen object might become as immovable as a mountain. Even turning a doorknob could be impossible. Again, we'd need our imaginary power to let nearby objects behave normally whenever you touched them. Only then could you interact with the world. Suppose that's exactly how your ability works. Now the possibilities become endless. You could become the greatest scientist in history. Pause time before every experiment. Spend years solving impossible equations. When you finally unpause the world, only a single second has passed. You could learn dozens of languages, master every musical instrument, read every book ever written, earn multiple university degrees. From everyone else's perspective, you became a genius overnight. Doctors could pause time during delicate surgeries. Firefighters could rescue people before buildings collapse. Pilots could prevent disasters. Engineers could repair failing bridges. Countless lives could be saved. But enormous power always creates enormous temptation. Some people would use it to help. Others would use it for crime. Imagine thieves walking through frozen banks. Spies reading secret documents. Hackers accessing secure facilities. Nobody could stop them. Nobody could even see them. Governments around the world would desperately search for whoever possessed this impossible ability. Then comes another question. Would you age? Imagine spending 1 hour every day with time frozen. To everyone else, only a few seconds have passed. But for you, you've lived an extra hour. After 30 years, you might actually be 45 years older than everyone around you. Your friends would barely change. Your family would grow older at a normal pace. But you would quietly race ahead through life. Eventually, the loneliness would become overwhelming. Every conversation would feel different. Every relationship would slowly drift apart. You would carry decades of memories that nobody else shared. Even worse, what if you accidentally forgot to restart time? You could spend months, years, or even centuries completely alone, walking through silent cities, watching frozen sunsets, speaking to people who could never answer. The greatest superpower could slowly become the greatest prison. Scientists today believe time cannot simply be stopped. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time and space are woven together into something called space-time. Changing time for the entire universe would require physics far beyond anything we know. It might even demand infinite amounts of energy. As far as modern science can tell, pausing time remains impossible. But imagining impossible ideas often teaches us something important about reality. It reminds us that every heartbeat, every conversation, every sunrise only has meaning because time keeps moving forward. The seconds we sometimes wish would stop are also the seconds that make life precious. So here's one final question. If someone handed you a button that could pause time and only you could move, would you press it? Or would you leave time exactly as it is? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to